when Kelly Olynyk went from ineffective freshman and sophomore to a redshirt. And then he came back a very different player in every way. Wait till you take a look at him. This doesn't even look like the same person any longer. I can't even believe that's the same guy. Forget the hair for a moment. It doesn't even look like the same person.
Looks more like Gordon Howard, huh?
I think he's summoning his inner Bill Walton. I mean, that's just me, what I know.
So here he is from his freshman and sophomore year where the skinnier Olynyk was getting under 15 minutes a game and averaging under 6 points.
I think this really helped him. I think he did a lot more on the perimeter at that time, which allowed him to work on his handle and also allowed him to work on his playmaking abilities and decision-making.
As opposed to society today where everyone wants to be rewarded immediately, here's a guy who paid his dues. This is what college basketball used to be like. You come in as a freshman, you learn your trade. As a sophomore, you get a chance to play. As a junior and a senior, you're a contributor and a difference maker. That's what Kelly Olynyk is right now.
So he's taking advantage of the strength. He's playing more in the post, been much better on the post-up plays this year, shooting 62% from the floor on post-up plays. He leads the nation in most points per play. And now here he is now, bigger, stronger, and among the best big men in the game.
You know, his ability right now to maneuver down low, he can carve out space, and he has a variety of moves around the rim with either hand, both the left and the right jump hook.
Great footwork, great hands. He's a terrific passer. He can step out and shoot the three, and he can move his man off the bounce. Here he knocks down the three in the trail, which extends the defense. He's a very good pick and roll player. He can catch it in the high post. This guy is a complete, skilled offensive player. If he was in Europe, he'd be making a lot of money right now.
Kelly Olynyk ranks third in points per 40 minutes, fourth in field goal percentage, fourth in true shooting percentage this season. He has made drastic improvements from his first 2 years, obviously. He's the only player in the country averaging 18 points and 6 rebounds per game while shooting 60% from the field. I'm trying to figure out who he compares to. Who does he compare to in your mind?
Well, look, for people out there, let's calm down before we start getting with these comparisons. He reminds me a little bit of Kevin Love. Now, I don't think he can shoot the ball as consistently as Kevin Love or he can rebound like Kevin Love, but sometimes when he catches the ball on the block, some of the moves he makes are very similar to Kevin Love. And also, he shows that ability to make good decisions with the basketball, and I think a lot of that is due to the fact that 2 years ago, he was playing more in the perimeter.
Yeah, he practiced against Robert Sacre for the last 2 years. I think that's a positive thing in terms of developing his game. He reminds me of the big redhead, Bill Walton. His ability to run, his ability to pass. He can play in the high post. He's got good footwork. Now, he doesn't rebound like Walton. He's not going to, score it like Walton. But this guy is special. This guy is going to be a 10-year pro. He's a skilled offensive player.
Is he zen-like like Bill Walton?
I think so.
Against BYU and St. Mary's, two contenders of the WCC, he's 20 of 28 from the field. He is carrying this team. Coming up here on...
We got Miles Simon, we got Mike Hart. Take it away, fellas.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Mike Hart. This is one of the best glue players in all of the country. And Mike, what's your mentality? You don't shoot the ball very much when you come into the games, but what's your mentality going into every game to help the Zags win?
My mentality is just do whatever will help us win. I mean, for me, that's rebounding offensively and defensively, giving us energy, just fighting out there, and being a defensive presence.
You guys are one of the hottest teams in the country, ranked number 3. What's the ceiling for this Bulldog team right now?
I think it's as far as we want to take it. I think we have all the talent in the world here, and we have, a group of guys that love playing for each other. And so, if we come out with the right approach every night, I think we have a good chance of beating anybody.
What's going to be the key for you guys to continue this undefeated streak in conference, maybe win the WCC tournament and make a run in the NCAA tournament?
Just one game at a time, understanding that every game is the most important game, the next one. We got one on Saturday here against San Diego, and, that's the first one we got to worry about. Just one step at a time and come out with the energy that we did tonight.
Thanks, Mike. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
All Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the Mark Few Show. I'm Greg Heister along with Coach Few. Another week, 2 more wins. Coach, 27-2, tied at least a regular season title, or you're going to at least share it. Big week for Gonzaga. Let's start with that. Some general thoughts on.
It was just an excellent week. In fact, I mean, they're all kind of running together in the past, but I mean, I can't remember where we've played 2 complete of games at home like this against, again, these are the, these teams are going to finish 4th and 5th in the league. They're not bottom dwellers.
Right.
Well, the effort we played with defensively, driving their percentages down into the 30s and even the 20s, and then the decisive rebound advantage, and then all the while still clicking along and executing on offense and shooting, over 50% from the field there.
And as we take a look at the UPS logistics of the game, we'll focus on the way this team has been able to defend the best player on each of these teams when they come in here. Kevin Foster Thursday against Santa Clara and Johnny D against San Diego. Shut them down.
Yeah, I mean, I think our guys are doing a great job at taking the scouting report, really taking it to heart, really buying into it, and it's not just one guy, it's the whole team defending, those particular players. But, we really done very, very well on that. I mean, you go back to Tyler Hawes coming in here.
Yeah, 1 point.
Even how we defended Dellavedova down at St. Mary's just Dickerson in this building here.
Shut out, I believe.
Yeah. So the guys have done a great job taking the scouting reports and really sticking with them, and it's been a multitude of people on those players, but it's been a total team defensive effort.
And I know over the years some teams have been easier to coach. Some teams I know you've really loved coaching. I'm assuming this is one of those teams.
Oh, this has been the easiest team probably ever. And again, I don't say that to slight any of my other teams, because they've all been great. I've been blessed, truly blessed to coach good guys, especially when you get with other guys, whether you're on the road recruiting or at a coaches convention or whatever. I mean, the people that we get at Gonzaga are as good at guys to always in the team and always willing to go hard. But this group has been so much fun to be around, and so much fun to coach, and so much fun to challenge, and just to watch them absorb that, to watch them get better, to watch how much they like each other. I think it shows how they play, and it's very legit off the floor too. So it's a great group.
Coach, and I know all these years you've always downplayed the ranking, but Miami lost this weekend. You guys with 2 more wins, there's a very good chance Monday you guys are going to be number 2 in the country, the ranking. It's got to start to mean something when you get that high. I mean, you're knocking on the doorstep of the number 1 ranked team in the country.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I think I've always kind of downplayed the ranking in regards to the timing of it.
Okay.
You start getting ranked that high this time of year.
Okay.
You got quite a body of work, for people to judge. In November, December, early January, everybody's schedules are kind of, some guys don't play anybody until they get into league. I mean, now we're almost all the way through, all of us, through our league schedules, and we're 28, 29 games into this thing. So, yeah, that ranking, I think, means quite a bit more, and it's great that nationally people view us like that. And, I think, again, there aren't that many things left for us to accomplish, and obviously moving up the polls, moving up the seed line are things maybe that, none of the groups prior to us have been able to accomplish. That being said, it doesn't score you any extra points,
Right.
And at least based on what I've seen, it doesn't get you any calls. And if anything, it helps kind of fire up the opponents you're playing. So, it presents its own challenges, and obviously the media scrutiny and media attention grows, but it's a good thing when it's happening at this time of year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Mark Few Show. 27-2 now, 14-0 in the West Coast Conference. Here's what's coming up next.
I hope that people can see what I've done and realize that if you stick with it, or if you work hard enough, or you understand a position or a role that you need to play, that you can be successful in.
I sit down with senior Mike Hart for the final time. Stay right there. And welcome back to the Mark Few Show. Mike Hart, winding down his career here at Gonzaga. It started as a walk-on. He's earned a scholarship, and now he's turned into Captain America. Here's more with Mike Hart. The last time we talked, which was just a couple of months ago, you know, the league knew about Mike Hart, certainly the staff, this town, and the fans. And now it seems like the whole world knows about Mike Hart. Everybody's talking about Mike Hart.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling. Something that I didn't expect ever. But I mean, I appreciate every bit of it. That people, appreciate what I do on the floor.
I'm wondering, are you starting to hear from like old high school buddies more, and is the family calling you up more because of all this attention?
A little bit, not as bad as it could be, yeah, but a little bit, definitely.
Bangos pull up three, no good. Rebound tipped around, but Hart chases it down.
Amazing what Mike Hart does.
You know, what do I know about this game? And my detractors out there would agree, but you seem to have this uncanny ability to know where the ball's coming off that rim when a shot goes up. You're always in the right place for the rebound. How does that happen? It's not about like clearing out space or putting a body on. It seems like shot goes up and Mike is running to the spot in which the ball is coming down.
It's a combination of things. I mean, first of all, you have to, for a rebounder, offensively or defensively, you have to go every time. You have to know that, shot's going up and you have to get in there and get on the glass. And, that's what I've been telling, Drew lately is, just get in there on every time and they're going to fall to you eventually. And then the second part of it is, you got to read where the shot's going to go.
Mike Hart with another offensive rebound off the Gary Bell Jr. missed.
If you go every time and then also you're reading where that shot's going to go and you track the movement of the ball in the air, you can have a good idea where it's going to come off and what spot to get to. That's a tough thing to teach and a tough thing to learn, but I'm lucky enough that that's a skill that I possess.
It seems like this whole team has this amazing unity. Like I haven't seen